Hi, I'm Caroline Labor, and welcome to part 2 of my article series on setting effective goals for 2017. Last week, we looked at an exercise you can complete to gain clarity about what you want. And this exercise is called A Day in Your Ideal Life. And you can find the video with instructions and templates for this exercise in my previous post. Now, if you're new to this video series, you may be wondering why you should set goals at all. And I want to suggest 2 reasons to you that you should make it a priority to set your own goals. Firstly, having goals and being consciously aware of them means that the actions that you take are for the purpose of achieving specific outcomes. Not having a goal is like getting in your car, driving out of your driveway and not knowing where you're going. You're in control of the speed and the direction, but you've got no real destination in mind. You're just driving aimlessly. Now, this might seem silly, but this is in fact what most people do day in, day out when it comes to their own goals. Now, the impact of that, and the second reason that you should consider having your own goals, is that if you don't have your own goals, you will likely spend your life achieving other people's goals. Now, that can be fine when there's alignment. For example, you're helping your company to reach its sales targets, and at the same time you're earning a great income and working your way towards your next promotion. However, if you're feeling tense and frustrated after coming back to work in the new year, then chances are that you've thrown yourself back into the routine of ticking things off your to-do list. So spending some time on your own goals is a great way to identify your personal goals and find that alignment on a professional level. Now, if you did complete the A Day in My Ideal Life exercise last week, you will now have a comprehensive list of wants and statements that describe your ideal life in several categories, such as wellness, relationships, career and income, lifestyle, education, and your hobbies. So today, we're going to build on that list and explore the 3 types of goals and why it's important to know which type of goal you're shooting for. But just before we get into that, I want to touch on the purpose of a goal. And the purpose of a goal is ultimately to grow. This might mean personal growth or income growth, and whatever the outcome, achieving a goal usually results in some kind of improvement in your life. Now, I want you to keep that in mind as we now look at the 3 types of goals. So the first type of goal, a type A goal, is something that you've done before. So examples could be buying the same type of car that you already own or maintaining a fitness routine that you've already got in place. Type B goals are goals that you think you can achieve, and this is usually based on your existing knowledge and experience. And examples could be going after a promotion at work that's the next level up from where you currently are, or buying a home that you perceive as being within your means. So with a type B goal, you haven't necessarily done it before, however you believe that you can achieve the goal. At the highest level, type C goals are goals that excite and terrify you. An example could be delivering a public presentation to a large number of people for the first time, or leaving your job and starting a business. Now, another variation of a type C goal is to take a type B goal and apply time compression so that you aim to achieve it in a much shorter time frame. For example, if you thought you needed 12 months to acquire your new home, you might decide to push yourself and to buy it in 6 months or even 3 months. Now, it may sound unusual to say that a goal could excite you and terrify you at the same time. However, remember that these are your major stretch goals, and our thought process normally goes from, wow, that would be awesome, to, oh, I have no idea how I'm going to achieve that. And what was excitement now turns into fear or anxiety. So if you look back over the list of personal and professional wants that you created last week, it's highly likely that you have a mix of A, B, and C type goals. And to set effective goals for the year, It's important that you have a mix of all three types. And let me explain why. Firstly, as I mentioned earlier, the purpose of a goal is to grow, and you're going to get a lot more growth out of a C-type goal compared to an A-type goal. Because C-type goals are the ones that really require you to dig deep and push yourself. And the growth and confidence that you'll get from achieving a C-type goal will allow you to power through the rest of your A, B, and C-type goals much more quickly and easily. So C-type goals get a big tick from me. However, don't underestimate the importance of those A and B goals. Because if you build up the habit of regularly achieving goals that are within or just outside of your comfort zone, then it will give you the momentum and the confidence that you need to sustain your positive habits and to go on and tackle those big C-type goals. Now, I also want to touch on balance because you don't want to burn out or get discouraged. So to really set yourself up for success, I recommend setting no more than 1 or 2 C-type goals. Because if your focus gets too scattered, then you'll end up not progressing on any of your big goals. And that's discouraging. So now that you've got a good understanding of A, B, and C-type goals, your homework for this week is to go back over your list of personal and professional wants and to categorize every item as A, B, or C-type goals. Now, an easy way to do this is to find 3 colored highlighters and to use a different color for each goal type. And if you've typed your list, you can simply shade your goals with 3 different fill colors. Now, as you go through this exercise, make a note of how many A, B, and C-type goals you have. If you've got mostly A-type goals, you might want to revisit last week's exercise and push yourself a little harder. On the other hand, if you've got mostly C-type goals, think about what your time frame is for achieving each one and try to choose your top 2 that you want to focus on this year. So that's your goal setting homework for this week. And in next week's post, I'm going to share the final part of setting effective goals, which is how to take your list of A, B, and C-type goals and prioritize those into a targeted list of goals that you want to achieve in 2017. Thanks for watching. I'm Caroline Labor, and I look forward to sharing part 3 with you next week.